Is it worth giving 30% of your fee away to a self-employed brokerage? Today, I'm joined by Adam Mackay, who is an estate agent and recently joined one of the self-employed models as a Teams member. Adam, do you believe that self-employed brokerages are worth 30% of the fee? Talk to me.
30% sounds a lot because it's not 30% indefinite. It's 30% up to a cap. There's lots of different models with different caps. And
You're with part of EXP, so we must declare that.
yes, yeah.
Okay. So you're 30% up to about 80 grand or something?
80,000 is, yeah. So basically, you pay 24,000 to EXP for the first 80,000, and then there'll be an admin fee after that per transaction. So
if I did 150, I'd give 30% of my fee up to the 84 grand, and then every subsequent sale there afterwards, I pay a couple £100.
Admin fee,
Yeah. Okay.
So if you do the maths, which I dived deep into it when I first did, and I was speaking to lots of other businesses about the model, Teams model. It's a fantastic model in the fact that you're paying as you go. If you think of it like that, if I was starting up today, it'd be great. The fact is, to become a team, you need to be able to prove that you've been a successful agent.
Okay, so just someone might not know what the teams are, but basically up until probably the middle of 2024, it was just one agent joining the EXP model. Others are available. And then the Teams model allowed existing agents to join and then have other agents but underneath them as well.
Yeah, so existing traditional estate agencies. Okay. I've been an agent for 15 years, so I moved my estate agency in the world of EXP. I'm now a team within their model.
But you're still branded Mackay Properties.
Yeah, powered by EXP. So I've got my own logo still got my own identity, which is massive because I don't think I'd have even looked at it if I didn't have that. I really had no aspirations of changing. I believed in a brokerage model. I dived deep into it more in the Australian model back in probably 17, 18, 19. Went on Perry's boot camps, was listening to Perry and Royston, and I started dabbling with broker, being a powered by model. But when I met Adam, and I basically only met him because I wanted a free lunch because he said it'll be a free lunch, you've got nothing to lose. I was like, I'll go along. We hit it off. He came to the office, visited, met the team. He said, I've got this Teams thing coming out, it's in the US. And I was like, I'm not sure I'm interested. He said, I think you have a look at it. And basically for me, the simple thing was he asked me a couple of questions. He was like, what do you like about what you're doing, running the business? What you don't you like? And let me tell you what I can offer you. And it solved a lot of my problems, what I don't like. And a few times in my career I've had solicitors not pay my invoice because the sellers decided that they didn't want to pay. They deal with that. They make sure the huge thing was the compliance. So I was looking in scale. If I was going to end up growing a brokerage with 10, 20, 30 agents, you've got to make sure everyone's compliant, every file's compliant. So I've got to then employ someone else to sit there and do it because I'm not naturally good at the paperwork. So what I love about how they've set it up in the CRM and how they do it is no property can go live without it being compliant. Signed terms of file, ID checks, AML, and no offer can get tied up without the buyers being checked out. So I think that's and Adam's taken a mick at me a few times because he's when we've been talking to other businesses, because I do rant on about that, but I feel safer being part of that.
Okay, so for me to give 30%, if I was an existing agent, for me to give 30% of my fee away, and if I was a solo person, it'd be the same. I'm getting Rightmove, Zoopla, CRM, which is
Loop. Yeah, on the market. There's training. There's a training hub. There's a community online as well. But the training actually is probably an unsung hero, like behind the scenes.
Okay, so that's you and that's training.
What EXP offer. There's a university. It's getting improved all the time. There's lots of things that you get Canva included now as well in your monthly membership if your agent gets Canva.
Big fan of Canva. Yeah. Compliance. being part of a big organisation, I'm assuming you get, sounds like I'm on a pro EXP move here. Others are available, which I'm big fans of as well, but I'm a,
So am I as well.
yeah. I mean, let's be honest, the basic package of Rightmove today is £1,700-1,800 just for estate agents, isn't it?
Yeah,
Basically, no bells and whistles.
let's just be frank, it's expensive to run an office, to run a brand. Even if you didn't have an office, it's expensive to run an agency. Just the marketing, got even Facebook ads these days are a lot more than when we first started looking at that years ago. So, the cost of electricity, everything, wages, so I think from my point of view, partnering a existing agency with a bigger brokerage, it makes you like small enough to care, large enough to cope, because you've got that cash flow help, so you're paying as you go. So you don't really notice you're paying it. We all have good months, bad months and everything like that. And you could argue that that money you're paying out is going to pay out anyway. It's just going to a different place. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, because if you think about it, it would cost a lot more than 24 grand to have Rightmove, Zoopla on the market, a CRM.
yeah, and
compliance.
obviously that's your first 80s. Obviously per transaction, depends what model you're in. If you're doing loads of volume, but if you're a mid to high end agent, or any agent really, but it's still you're paying as you go. Paying my 250 on transaction, I don't really notice it come out if I'm getting 10 grand. It's it doesn't. But there's also other benefits of like this, which really got me interested. Is I'd always been wanted to be part of a bigger network, but I didn't quite know what I was looking for. And so when this came across it, and you've got like the stock options, and you've got bonuses, so you're helping build something bigger. And when I looked at it, I sat down with a good friend of mine who's done well in business, and he was like, "You're never going to be able to build this 89,000 powerhouse, when they're so far ahead of where you are. Are you better off joining them?"
It's almost like you're not on your own. You're not alone. But you're on your own, but you're not alone.
I feel hugged. Yeah, I feel hugged. I feel supported more so. And I've got agents above me who've walked to talk. Adam Day's on the end of the phone when I when I was transitioning, and still now. And I can reach out to him. And there's a guy in America called Barry, who originally came from England, and the English guy, and he's been a great support and helping me. So you get these mentors free of charge because they want you to win. So which I love, that feeling of community, being supported, and whereas I was a business owner on my own for 15 years. It's a lonely place being on your own.
Indeed. Well, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Just say for the record, ladies and gentlemen, that I am a big fan of the EXP model, but I'm also big fans of other models. I've not been paid to do this video. I'm just like all the other videos I do. No one pays me to do them. So do go and do your homework and go and check them out. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.